In the last class, we have covered the master class of the data analytics. We started with a use case, then we were focusing on what will be our roles and responsibilities, data cleaning, data transformation, and then reporting. And while reporting, we may have some challenges in the data storage. So we moved into cloud. All this we have seen, correct? So the roadmap of the entire course goes like this. We'll start with SQL right from today. Then followed by, we will be going with Power BI, and then we'll be going with Azure ADF. Especially, we'll be focusing on Azure Data Factory. And finally, we will be covering Fabric. So the course will go like this. As I've been telling you, the course is like 100 days. Okay, it can go plus or minus 5, but the actual classes will go for 100 days. And the number of hours can even touch 120 hours, 115 to 120 hours. So the first topic that we are going to cover in our syllabus will be SQL, which will be starting from today. Now, SQL, the full form is structured query language. Just try to understand, it's a language, just like what we speak in English, right? It's like a language. Now, why we have to learn this? Let's see. As and then, to introduce a new topic, we will talk about what is this SQL. And any technology you learn, it's always necessary to understand a bit of history. Okay, we need not remember to answer an interview, but at least let's know about a slide about history. And finally, we'll see why this is important. Is it really needed for us? Let's see that. And after that, it's all about installation. And finally, we'll get started, right? Now, I'll ask you a few questions. Tell me if you remember this. Do you remember when did India won 2011 50 overs World Cup? Do you remember the date? Do you remember when India won 50 overs World Cup 2011? Do you remember the date?
I think it's in April 23rd or something like that,
What
2011.
Indian fans you are? Huh? You can't even remember one date.
2nd of April.
2nd of April. Very good. Can you tell me when did the first ever smartphone came into picture? No one knows. Can you tell me what happened November 8th, 2016?
Demonetization.
Very good. Very good. Since I'm also a cricket fan, that's why I have to ask this question. Who holds the record of fastest ODI 100?
Shahid Afridi, that's what it is.
No. No.
Saraj Jaiswal.
No.
Shahid Afridi, 37 balls made.
No.
Fastest ODI.
It is AB de Villiers.
Yes. He did in 49 balls, right?
Is it?
Shahid Afridi, 37. 37 is what Shahid Afridi.
I think 31. 31
AB de
balls.
Villiers, if I'm not wrong, correct?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Can you remember what happened in February 2009? 15 years back. One of the famous app which you're using day to day was launched.
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp was launched in 2009 in February. Okay. Leave out everything. At least the last one you have to tell. What happened on 21st March 2020?
Lockdown.
COVID.
Lockdown.
I'm still surprised. It's been 4 years that we got COVID, right? Days
Yeah.
are just passing like this, correct? It feels like yesterday. We still remember, okay, we have to take vaccination, Covaxin, Co-Shield, and like we had a lockdown. I still remember Modi sir on the 21st March, first he gave 21 days lockdown. Okay, first he gave all the 21 days lockdown. And after that 21 days lockdown, what happened? They locked down from 21 days, it extended to 48 days. In between, at 9th day or 19th day, he asked us to take out your phone and flash it, and that again become one controversy. Have you all seen that? Remember? And you
Yes.
have to light your lamp. Did you all do this? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we have done.
Yes. All started on March 21st, correct?
Yes.
And now still we are like thinking, if you're still thinking, oh, we are in that COVID mode, it's been 4 years. Okay. Now, if I ask this question, when did India win the World Cup? When was the first smartphone launched? What happened in November 8th? You remember, but there are so many dates, so many questions, right? I keep asking you. If you ask in Google, Google will give you the answer. You simply go and search what happened on this particular day, you will get an answer, right? Now, remember the fact that whatever you go and search, next second you're getting the answer. That means on what particular day, what happened, someone is actually storing in a place. That is why you are able to get the answer, right? Something, somewhere it is stored. Remember the tagline. The reason why you're getting the answers wherever you go, you search something and you're getting the answers, it's because something, somewhere it is stored. Right from the 1950, 51, 52, what happened? Everything they have stored somewhere. They have stored somewhere. And that is the reason today you go and ask any question in Google, automatically the next second you're getting the answer. Remember the tagline, something, somewhere it is stored. Stored is called database. The place where we are storing the data is called database. Now, database is a place where all of our data is getting stored. Correct? Now, you log into your Amazon, you log into your Office, you log into your Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook, wherever you log in, all your details is being stored. Where it is stored? It is stored in the database. Why do you need a database? Of course, if you want to have the business running, we need to have the database. We need to have the data that should be stored, right? Without database, how can you work with the data? Correct? In yesterday's class, we were actually storing the data in Excel. But how much you can store? Maximum you can store 10 lakhs. After that, if you have 11 lakhs, 6,543 crores, 87 lakhs, 979 customers are there in Amazon. Where you will store this data? Can you store it in Excel? Not possible, right? We have to find a place where we can store the data. The data where we are going to store is nothing but your database. Now, why we have choose the databases? It's a very vast storage place where you can store all of the data and you can easily interact with the interface system. For example, you go to a sign up page on Amazon, click a sign up button, you give your details, phone number, email address, everything you give, you just give submit, automatically this information will go and save it. The next time you have to log in, you can log in with same details. Correct? See, there is no one who's sitting in the back end and who is tracking each one. No, it's all happening in the interactive way. Correct? You're storing something, the immediately you are using the same password and user ID for the logging next time. Correct? Now, multiple people are logging into the system, they're tracking their information. So everything should be transactional base. Now, this is where the data is getting stored. Multiple people will be connected to a single system. Imagine this is your system, this is your friend system, this is me, this is KSR team. All of this are connected to a single system. This is nothing but database. This is nothing but database. Now, listen carefully. If I talk to you in my local language, can you understand? No, right? If I speak in Telugu, only Telugu people will understand. If I speak in Hindi, only Hindi people will understand. If I speak in Kannada or Tamil, only a selected people will understand. But if I speak in English, each one of you is understanding, correct? So the way I am communicating to you, where you are understanding and you tell something I understand, it's all about communication language, which is called English, correct? Similarly, if I want to talk to this database, I'm asking question, hey, can you tell me what happened in 2011? Can you tell me what happened in 2016? Can you give me all the records of this year? Can you give me all the sales happened in that year? If I keep asking this question to a database, I can never ask in English. I need to ask in the language where the database understands, and that language is nothing but SQL. SQL is a language where you can communicate to a database. You ask questions, it will give you the answer, but you cannot ask in English. You have to ask in its own commands. Now, SQL stands for Structured Query Language, and it is mainly used to communicate with a database. This is a one and only language which you can learn to communicate with a database. You can never ever communicate in any other language except this language, and this language is SQL. With this, you can create a new account, you can update your existing account, you can do whatever you want. You do it internally. The language which is used is SQL. Now you may ask me, why are we learning this? We are all going to work under the analytics side. We will be communicating to the database. If you want to talk to a database, you have to learn SQL. If you want to talk to me, you have to learn English, because English is the only way you're communicating to me. Similarly, if you want to talk to a database, the one and only language you have to learn is SQL. And with this SQL, you can talk to any database. Okay. Now, the best example I can give you for data storage is pen drive. Okay. Pen drive. You can store the data. Correct? You can store the data. You have 8 GB pen drive, 16 GB pen drive, you have the pen drive. Now in pen drive, you have different brand. Every pen drive is going to store the data. Every pen drive is going to store the data. But in pen drive, we have Samsung, we have Sony, we have Transcend, right? We have SanDisk and many more. Similarly, database also, there is lot of databases in the market. Oracle is there, Sybase is there, SQL Server is there. There is another one called Postgres, and there is another one called MySQL. I can keep naming like this. Just like your pen drive, which has different brands, your database also, there is lot of companies, they have their own database. Example, Oracle is a company, they have their own database. IBM company is there, they have their own database. SQL Server is there, they have their own database. And if you learn English, you can talk to them. If you learn English, you can talk to anyone, right? You go to US, you go to India, you go to UK, wherever you go, you can communicate. Similarly, you learn SQL, you can talk to any database. Any database. It could be any database in the market. You learn the language, which is SQL, you can communicate to any tool. So our main objective is not about the tool here. Our main objective is to learn SQL. Okay, so we are going to learn this language. Why? We will be able to communicate to a database. Now, let's go one step forward. How the data will be stored in reality? The data will be stored in like a table format, which you're seeing on the screen, correct? Now, if I say name, everyone in this batch has a name. If I say age, everyone in this batch has a age. If I say qualification, everyone has a qualification. That name, age, qualification becomes like a one common word that is applicable for everyone. Those are all called columns. Those are all called columns. Okay, so these are all called columns. People call it as either columns or people call it as fields. Let's stick on to one word for now. Let's call it as column. The entire data which you see here, which is actually stored in the table format. The entire data which you're seeing here, it is actually stored in the table format. So first the table comes. Within the table, you have the columns. What is this column? Column means it is actually telling what you're going to store. And each person's record, we call it as one row. So my name is Santosh, my age is this much, my qualification is this much, my functional area is this much. I will have some value, right? My complete information, we call it as a row. So in this batch, if you have 50 people, we will have 50 rows. But column will be only one set of column. It's a common, it's a position, title, or education requirements. It's going to be common. It is going to be only one time. But we have a value, right? Like each one person will have different name, different age. That becomes each and every row. And if you're focusing on one particular value, we call it as data point, or we call it as data value. Now, this is how the data will be getting stored in the backend. Where backend? This is how the data will get stored in the database. In the database, we do have the table. In the table, we do have column and row. You need not remember all this. By the time you get used to it, you'll automatically remember this. Okay, no need to by heart, no need to note it down, all this. Now, Next thing is SQL is the oldest language that we have, but it is one of the widely used in the market. It is one of the widely used in the market. The analysis which you're seeing on the screen, we have connected with all the vendors, clients, we have worked with a lot of colleagues, and then we figured out that the most widely used language in the IT industry is SQL. This is the most widely used. The reason is very simple. This is the only language where you can communicate to database. And that's why people are using. Right? So if you see 55% of all the companies, projects, clients, everyone is using SQL. Oh, what is there in this? Is it that important? Let's wait and watch. Let's wait and watch. Okay. Now, in this data processing, you have all the other languages and tools as well, but the importance is given to SQL. Okay. You'll not believe, I hope my manager is not in this batch, so I can share you one thing. I have a manager who's 15 years experience. Okay. His package is 65 lakhs per annum. I repeat, I have a reporting manager. He doesn't know anything. He doesn't know Power BI. He doesn't know Tableau. He doesn't know any of the technologies except SQL. He's a master in SQL. Even if he's sleeping at 3 o'clock in the night, you call him and you ask him this doubt, he will tell you the answer. He will tell you the exact code which you want. He will tell you. I can say that he's an expert in SQL. Nothing else he knows. His package is 65 lakhs only for knowing SQL. See how important this technology is. See how important this language is. Nothing he knows. He knows only SQL. 65 lakhs for a 15 years experience. What you need? That is how this is important, because this is the only way we can talk to your database. Correct? Now, okay, you're saying it's important, but you're not telling me the reason. You're saying it's important, but come to the point. What is the reason? If you ask me that, before that, let me also tell you a bit of history. We are in 2024. SQL was launched in 1970. So SQL was launched in 1970. So 1970 to 2024, how many years? 54 years. 54 years. If a technology and the language has kept up the benchmark that no one has even touched it, you should be knowing how important it. You should be knowing how important it is. Correct? Now, it was launched in 1970 by Raymond Bones and Donald Chamberlain. Don't remember all this. Okay. Not required. No one is going to ask you in interviews. Leave it. But it was launched in 1970. Initially, people were calling SQL. Even today also, I call it as SQL. Okay. Even today, I call it as SQL. But later, they have changed this name to SQL. So you call SQL or you call SQL, it's up to you. Because of some copyright issue, they have changed the name. Initially, they had called as a SQL, and now they are calling us SQL. So whatever it is, okay. So there's nothing to do with our names. Now, this is all about history. It's been 50 years. Still, this technology is on demand. What is there in this technology? Let's wait and watch. This is what is so important for us. This is actually a slide which will tell you what is this OLAP and OLTP. Now, blindly, if I go and talk about this, you are not going to understand. So I'm going to explain with an example. Once we see the example, let's come back to this slide and then let's see the difference. What is this? How many of you have seen this app?
Yes.
What is this app?
It's train ticket
Train
seats.
ticket, huh?
Bus,
Red
bus,
bus.
bus.
Bus
Red
ticket.
bus ticket booking slots.
It's private bus ticket booking.
Private bus ticket booking, correct? Now, if you have opened the screen at least once, people who usually travel, you would have booked at least once in this. So there is Red Bus. Red Bus is a company who don't run any buses actually. They are tied up with lot of private companies, and if you want to go and book the ticket, you can book it, correct? Now the time is, let's say 7:28. Okay, I go and book this ticket. I go and block this ticket. Okay, so after blocking, I have to give my phone number, I have to give my email, I have to give my details, age, seat, everything I'll give. 7:29, if you are coming to the same bus and if you're seeing this ticket, will it be available for you?
No.
Are you sure? I've already started
Yes.
booking the ticket. So for the next minute you come to the you come to this app, you try to book the same ticket, will it be available for you?
No, no.
No, it will show as blocked.
Yeah.
That seat will show as blocked. Whether I have done the successful transaction on it, it's secondary, because sometimes the payment may go wrong or I may enter the OTP wrong. That is all secondary. But at one point of time, if I started booking the ticket, the next person has to go and book another seat only, because I've already started the transaction. And the moment you start doing the payment, you'll be a timeout that will come here. You have to pay within 5 minutes. Have you seen that? It keeps decreasing. 459, 458, 457. It keeps decreasing the time. Within the time, you have to complete the transaction. Have you ever seen this?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Now, everything is time bounded, right? Everything is time bounded. I'm getting a lot of disturbance, so request you all to be on mute. Okay. Now, this is a time bounded. Now, tell me one thing. Today you will block the ticket. After 3 days, you will go and book you will do the payment and you'll confirm your ticket. Is that possible?
No.
No.
It's not
No.
at all possible. It's not at all possible. The time given for you to confirm the seat is 5 minutes. If in 5 minutes, if you want, you book it, or else you go. That's what the app says. That's what the app says. The reason is you cannot book today 7:29 and after 2 days you will go and book the ticket. It's not possible. This has to happen immediately. In the next 2 minutes, you have to buy the ticket, right? Now, this way, the transaction that is involved, we call it as online transactional processing. The one which the immediate transactions are affected. The moment you go, you pay, that 630 rupees will be debited from your account and it will be credited to the vendor, that is nothing but the bus owners, and the transaction has to be complete. This type of immediate transactions, that what we do, we call it as online transactional processing. The short form is OLTP. The immediate transaction has to be recorded, correct? Now, this is one example. I'll show you another example. What is this?
Movie ticket.
Theater. Cinema ticket booking.
Cinema ticket booking. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Here also, it's a ticket booking. The moment you block the ticket, the moment I block the ticket, I have to go and do the payment in the next 5 minutes. If I don't go and pay in the next 5 minutes, the seats will be released for another person. The seats will be released for another person, correct? Now, this is a Book My Show app. Even in the Book My Show app, every single transactions has to happen immediately. Maybe here you can book for future also. Maybe for the next week also, I can book the ticket. But you have to do the payment. Simply, you cannot say, I'll block the ticket, after movie I'll pay. That at all is not possible. Wherever there is an immediate transactions involved, we call them as online transactional processing, correct? And another example, imagine this is you. You have purchased something and you're scanning in the shop, or you're scanning to send money to someone. What will happen? The moment you scan, The moment you scan and you send some amount, let's say 2000 rupees, immediately your bank balance has to be detected. Now, you may not get message that because of your network problem, it could be Airtel, it could be Jio, or it could be Vodafone, it could be whatever it is. Because of your network, you may not get the SMS. But if you go and check the balance, the transactions would have happened in the next millisecond. Right? The moment you scan it, the moment you send the amount, it will not affect after 4 days. Just imagine you have scanned something, you have purchased something, and the transaction is affected in your bank after 4 days. What will happen? The high likely chance that you will misuse it. If even after doing the transaction, if you still have 6,000 balance, you will do one more time. If the balance is not detecting, even you will go and scan one more time. You keep scanning one more time, one more time, one more time, one more time, because your balance is not getting affected. After 4 days, will your balance change to minus 18,000? Has it happened to anyone? You keep doing transactions because of the long leave, because of Saturday and Sunday, because of some government holidays. We will not update your data in the bank. After 4 days, we will update. Has it happened to anyone? Has it happened to anyone?
No.
It's real time.
It's a real time, right? Any single transactions that you're doing in the bank, you may not get an SMS. That is because of your network problem, but bank will definitely detect your amount, right? Now, all these transactions which is happening in the next second or less than 5 seconds, we call them as online transactional processing, correct? Now, another example. Let's say you're sending Google Pay, GPay, Phone Pay, whatever it is. The next second, see, assuming that the transaction is successful, the transactions may be failure. That's secondary. But if the transaction is successful, the next second, the balance has to change. Right? Fine. If I'm not getting SMS, that's fine. But the bank will do the changes. Correct? Now, few more examples which I want to keep is ATM transactions. You put your card, you put your PIN. I don't know whether you people have observed or not. You put your PIN number, okay, and you enter the amount, let's say 10,000. The time where the amount is getting counted, right? That sound you will get, right? That counting sound. If you have just given a 10,000 and that ATM actually counts it, by the time it counts itself, you would have seen your SMS that you would have detected 10,000. Yes, have you observed this?
Yes.
You would have not even got
Yes,
your money
yes,
to your
Pankaj.
hand, right? The money would have not even got it to your hand, but still that changes would have happened. That's the real-time transactions for you. That's the real-time transactions for you. Let me tell you one thing. Can you tell me which is the fastest running animal in this world?
Cheetah.
Cheetah.
Sure.
Leopard.
Cheetah.
Leopard.
Yes, sir. Cheetah.
The fastest running animal in this world is cheetah. The fastest technology which can make the transaction soon is SQL. There is no other language or tool or even technology which can match the speed what SQL will go and update. That is why even after 50 years, you can say this technology is on top. I repeat one more time. There is no animal that can beat the speed of cheetah. There is no technology in the world which can match the speed of SQL. Yes? Clear? Yes? Clear? Why it is important?
Yes.
Yes.
50 years, there is no other technology I have come across which can beat the speed of SQL. And that is why even today, you can see the usage of SQL, right? Now, this is one. All these examples, what I've given is online transactional processing, OLTP. There's another case also, the opposite of this. Okay, let's see that. What is that? We call that as online analytical processing. Let's see what is this online analytical processing. Okay, completely opposite to your transactional processing. How many are using Netflix on a daily basis?
I'm using.
Everyone is using, right? Yeah. Is it so good? Is it really worth? Yes?
Yes, it is.
Okay. In Netflix, In Netflix, you take Netflix or you take Hotstar or even you take Amazon Prime. Imagine you have logged in for the first time. Okay. Imagine you have logged in for the first time. Once you log in, you will actually watch some movies. Maybe 2-3 days, you will watch some movies. You may watch in your own mother tongue or maybe your any other language, right? You watch your own interested movies. Day 1, you watch some comedy movie. Day 2, you watch some biography movie. Day 3, you watch some action movies. Day 4, you will not believe your Netflix will start suggesting you what movies you can watch. They will
Yes.
recommend you. They will recommend you. In the 4 days, they would have understood your mindset, what kind of person you are, and what is the movies that you are interested, and those people start suggesting you to watch. Whether you watch or you don't watch, it's secondary. After 3-4 days, they would have understood what type of person you are, which type of movies you are liking, and they will recommend movies for you. Have you all observed this?
Yes.
Yes.
Right? Now, another example. I think few of them have been texting in the uh, messages as well. Instagram Reels. Instagram Reels. I'll tell you one thing. You go and try right away today and tell me tomorrow what is happening. Okay. Imagine there is a person who actually posts some motivational videos. Just try this, okay? Just try this. Just click a follow button and just click the heart button. The next 5 reels will be motivation only. Okay? There will be motivation only. There is a famous college in Chennai. Okay? There is a famous college in Chennai, and that famous college is called SRM Engineering College. There is a college in Chennai which is called Engineering College. It's a bit famous. When I say famous, I would say it's in one of the top tier. Okay. Now I've seen this. Okay, I've seen this. I don't want to name that heroine. There was a heroine in Instagram. In Instagram, ask me whatever you want. That questions will come, right? People will start coming live and they'll start asking, you can ask me any question, I will answer. The people will ask, are you in love, are you in relationship, are you doing any movies? So this type of questions they ask, right? One person, I've asked that heroine, which college you have studied. She told SRM College of Engineering. The next reel, I'm getting SRM application and joining formalities. See how Instagram is working. See how Instagram is working. One of the heroine, she clearly, when someone has asked, she told, yes, I've studied in SRM. The next reel is coming as SRM college application I'm getting in reels. See how it is related. It could be a bit of odd information, but let me tell you, the every swipe you make in Instagram, you are wasting a minute, and the guys who have launched this Instagram are making money. The every swipe, they are making money. Remember that. It's just a waste of time for us. But for them, the every swipe you do, they're generating revenue. One of the app, the downfall of one app made this app great in the sense it's Instagram. Everyone were addicted to TikTok. Everyone were addicted to TikTok. And when TikTok was banned, Instagram became famous. Until then, no one was using Instagram. Everyone were using TikTok. Do you all remember this?
Yes.
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 A lot of things are there. TikTok is there. Snapshot. What is that? Snapshot.
Snapchat.
Snapchat, huh? Snapchat. I'm a bit weak in all this. I don't spend too much of time, so I don't know, but I know only Instagram. So one downfall of TikTok in India, now it has made more users in Instagram. You'll not believe Instagram has come up with one of the stats. The Indians are the people who are using more of Reels. They've come with the stats. It's not a good sign. We are wasting time, but it's a hard fact. We have to believe it. Now, what is happening in Instagram? The Instagram you see, it start analyzing what type of videos you're seeing, and immediately the same type of videos will come. That's another example, correct? Now, this OLAP systems, which is the analytical processing, remember that it will not happen immediately. It will analyze what type of movies you watched for 3 days, what type of movies you watched for 4 days. Depending on that, they start recommending it. And that's the analysis for you, which is called OLAP. OLAP stands for online analytical processing. They'll analyze before driving to a solution, right? Now, another example. Okay, another example. I keep telling this story. Imagine I wanted to buy one iPhone. Imagine I wanted to buy one iPhone. Okay. Anyone is having iPhone 15 Pro Max. This is the max. This is the latest version, I think, right? Did the 16 come?
No.
No, in September.
Oh, in September. Okay.
September.
So this is the latest version we have, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Next question. Do anyone have this phone? iPhone 15 Pro Max. I think its Indian prices 1.5 lakhs. Do anyone have this phone?
No.
Yeah.
Anyone?
Yeah, I have.
Is it?
Yes, I have.
I'm 100% sure that people who have are not from India, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any Indian who is staying in India is having this phone? Anyone who is living in India is having this phone will not be sitting in my class. Do you agree? Do you agree?
Yes.
Correct? 1.5 lakhs. Who will buy this phone? And if you are able to buy this for a normal use, why will you come and attend my class? Correct? Now, imagine that I wanted to buy this phone. The price was, actually it's not 1.5, it's 1.19 something, 1,19,000. Okay. So just I'll tell you what happened. Imagine that I wanted to buy this phone. What I did, I added to the cart. Then I showed my friends, hey, I'm going to buy this phone. And my friends like, hey, you're not going to use anything, right? You're just going to attend the calls. Okay, camera is good. If you're taking a good if you're taking photos, you buy iPhone, or else don't buy. So that's a negative feedback I got. So I was a bit worried. Buying 1.5 is a waste of money, I would say. Instead, I can buy some shares, or I can utilize for gold. Why should I buy here? So I dropped the plan. So what I did, day one, I added to the cart, and day two, I removed from the cart. Again, second day, what happened? I asked a couple of other friends. They told that it's a really a good phone. It's worth the buy, so buy it. So again, I added to the cart, and this time I showed to my mom. My mom's like, just give one death stare. Why is this? You're going to buy for 1.5. What is there in that? As if you're going to utilize this. No, you're just going to attend one phone and you're going to text it. For what? What? Why you need that? You can utilize for your future. Again, I dropped the plan. Like this, I added to the cart, I removed from the cart. I added to the cart, I removed from the cart. I added to the cart, I removed from the cart. Now, Amazon people have got doubt. What is happening to this guy? He's coming to my website. He is browsing the product. He's adding to the cart. What is stopping him to buy this product? What is stopping him to buy this product? Let's do one thing. Let me give some offers, discounts, cashback, 0% EMI, let me give everything, or let me reduce the price and let's say 99999 only. They will reduce the price. When? After 4 days. Because they have understood that you are interested to buy, but something is stopping. Maybe you're looking for offers, maybe you're looking for cashback, maybe you're looking for 0% EMI, something you're looking for. So for them, from the Amazon perspective, their goal is something is better than nothing. Rather than you dropping off the plan of buying it, even if you buy for 99,000, they'll still make money. They would have got 70,000 from Apple. They'll still make money. So rather than making 1,19,000, now they would have reduced for you. That's how Amazon works, right? They will not give you immediately offer. They will wait for 3-4 days. They'll wait for 3-4 days and then they will give you offer if you have been repeatedly adding to the cart, removing from the cart, adding to the cart, removing to the cart. Well, what happened in reality? Amazon has analyzed the 3 days activities. Why this guy is not interested? He's actually willing to buy, but something is stopping him. Let me give offers, discounts, cashbacks. That's how it works. Okay. Now, I have an open challenge to everyone in this batch. By chance, if you win this challenge, I'll get you iPhone 15 Pro Max spending from my pocket. Okay? Can we take this challenge? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. In case if you win the challenge in front of you in the class itself, I'll open the Amazon portal, I'll order a phone and I'll give you your address. Directly it will come to you in case if you win the challenge. Okay. Now what is the challenge? Listen carefully. You have to do this. Choose any product in Amazon. Okay, any product, laptop, iPhone, watch, books, anything you choose. I mean, it should be a decent amount. Don't choose for 40 rupees, 50 rupees. Choose something like it is 5,000 to 50,000. Any product you choose. Okay, that's your first task. After choosing the product, in here the screen in the screen, right? There will be details, product details. What is this product? What is the actual price? Do you have any offers? Like this, they will give you the details. Take a snapshot. Take a snapshot. The only way I can believe you is I need to see the snapshots. Whether you have browsed it, you have seen or not, I will not know, right? So the only way I can see is it's a snapshot. Take a snapshot. Add to the cart. Day one. Day one. Take a screenshot. Okay. Then remove it. Take a screenshot. Day two. Add to the cart. Take a screenshot. Remove it. Screenshot. Day three. Take a screenshot. Remove from cart, take a screenshot. Fourth day, you take a screenshot of this. Initially also would have taken a screenshot for this. Fourth day, take a same screenshot. By chance, if there is no offers, no discounts, no cashback, if nothing has changed on the screen, even after 4 days, I'll get you an iPhone. I'll get you an iPhone. Is the challenge accepted?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you all try?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Let me tell you one hard fact also, okay? I've told this to 3,000 students. For no one I've purchased phone. You know why? You know why?
Because the price will be changed on daily basis.
Now what I'm saying is I've told this challenge to 3,000 people, but no one has ever won the challenge. I'm saying, what do you mean by that?
The price
That will
price kept
change.
down and some offers has been applied.
100% it will happen.
Hmm.
That is why I'm confidently saying, you do this, you try it, there will be a change. Only for you it will show some change. The same day if anyone else is saying, you will not see offers. That's the beauty of Amazon. If Amazon is giving offers, offers is also based on the user. Remember that. If two people, whether it's you and it's me, first day you have logged into the Amazon, you have added the product to the cart and you have removed it, that's all. After 1 week, you're coming back. But me, I've added, I've removed it. I've added, I've removed it. I've added, I've removed it. If I've done it for 4 to 5 times, 4 consecutive days, I will have offers where you will not have offers. Amazon works on user basis also. You know why I'm telling so confidently? I am ex-employee of Amazon. I know how these people work. And that is why I'm telling you, open secret, this is what happens. They are actually giving the offers, discounts, cashbacks, everything on user by user also. And that is why some people will see offers, some people will not see offers. Right? Now, all this will not happen immediately. It will take 3-4 days. Immediately you add to the cart, they will not give you offers. They're actually monitoring your activities. Based on this activities only, they're giving you the offers. Now, this is what OLAP. Now, coming back to the slide, which we did not even understand what is this. Now we can talk about, there are 2 types of transactions that can happen. One is called online transactional processing and one is called online analytical processing. Online transaction processing is like your ATM transactions. The moment you enter it, the moment you get the money, the next second your bank will update the details. It cannot wait for even 5 seconds. But whereas if you go with online analytical processing, like a Netflix, they will recommend movies after 3-4 movies you watch. Like a Amazon, after 3-4 days, they'll give you the offers. It can take time. It can take time. Okay. I always play with words. So listen to my words and then answer this question. Okay. Is there any other animal can run faster than cheetah?
Oh, in bird it is there ostrich, I think so.
No, I'm asking about animal.
No,
Is there
no.
either animal which can run faster than cheetah?
Tiger.
Jaguar.
Is there any other animal which can run faster than cheetah?
No.
No.
No. Listen carefully. Cat, you know, right? Cat. Can a cat run faster than cheetah?
No.
No. Second
No.
statement. Second statement. Can cheetah match the speed of a cat?
Yes.
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 Again, I'm saying, again, I'm repeating, listen to my words carefully. Can cat run faster than cheetah?
No.
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 Can cheetah match the speed of a cat?
Yes.
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 What is the conclusion here is? What is the conclusion here is? For online transaction also, you can use SQL. For online analytical processing, where you need some updates, transactions also, you can use SQL. But if cheetah is walking like a cat speed, it doesn't even justify. So I would say we will not use SQL for slow processing. We can use some other technology. SQL is known for fast transactions. Let's use it effectively. But the hard truth is SQL can be used everywhere. If you want transactions in 1 day, if you want a transaction in 2 days, if you want transaction in 3 days, wherever you go, your SQL will follow you. But for doing analytical processing, SQL may not be that efficient. It is always good for online transactional processing. Right? Imagine cheetah walking like slowly like a cat. Does it make sense? Doesn't even define its name, right? So we would say that your SQL is well known for doing the transactions in a fast manner, online transaction processing. And today I'm concluding that there is no other technology in the world which can match the speed of SQL. And that is why even after 50 years, your SQL is famous and in demand. And this is the only language which you can used to communicate with the database. Are we good?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. With this, we'll stop today's session. We'll continue tomorrow. Today we have covered SQL. We have seen the history of SQL. We have seen OLAP and OLTP. For both examples, we have seen n number of examples for both. And today we are concluding that there is no other technology which can match the speed of a SQL transactions. And that is why today it is still considered as one of the demandful skill. Okay, we'll stop here. We'll continue tomorrow. Thank you.